dee.
That's quite a good nursery rhyme. Would you agree? Well, anyways, here I am. I just came here to tell you something about DeviantART. Has any one of you ever been stalked by someone before? Or met a person that you don't even know what's behind you? I mean, what's behind the screen as well. Well, I'm here to tell you a DeviantArt horror story. What could really happen. So if you're sensitive, just go ahead and don't watch it. If you're too coward, that is. Because this may give you some spine chilling in 5 weeks. On January 7th, 2010. I was a fellow digital artist who made a lot of cool arts for my friends and the commissioners as well. Wow, I'll never forget what happened one time. A user, whose name is City of Pain 666, asked me if I could have a request. But I said no, since I don't draw on for free. Instead, I asked if he wanted a commission, and he hasn't replied yet. But then 30 minutes later, he did. And so, he asked if he wants a commission, and I said yes, and I asked him what he wanted. So, he asked if he can draw myself, OC, naked with his OC. And I felt really uncomfortable, so I declined for that. Anyways, he was a little upset when he posted a rude comment, and I didn't even care. And if he does that again, I'll unblock him for real. So I told him that. And then 2 days later, he hasn't replied. And that was strange. So then, 2 hours later, after 2 days, a comment was posted up. And it was City of Pain 666 again. So, I asked him, what else do you want? I said. And he replied, nothing at the moment. Wait, not at the moment? What the hell? Seriously? I said to myself. Well, it was so strange. So, he came back 20 minutes later. And then he asked if I could take a picture of myself naked and post it on DeviantArt. Now I'm really uncomfortable for that. So I blocked his ass, and I did. He didn't bother me at all. But 2 days later, I checked up DeviantArt account, and I blocked was removed. What the heck? What was that all about? Like, is he like a hacker or something? I have no idea. So I blocked him again. It was really uncomfortable here. And then I won't forget what happened that night. It was like 11 p.m. in the evening. So I was just drawing some art, having a good time, doing some role play with my friends. Until then, I just heard some kind of a knock on the door. So I went downstairs and check to see who it is. And it's a stranger he was like in his mid-40s. He had a bald hair and unshaved beard and some warts on his face. I demanded him to go away. He didn't move. So I did not move a thing. I just sat there. And then he just turned and walked away. I was so relieved that he's gone. So I just went back upstairs on my old laptop. Well, new laptop I just bought 2 days ago. And then here, I felt the heart in my throat. Just saw a silhouette of him standing in front of my window. I screamed a bit. I grabbed my laptop, ran to my room and picked up the phone to dial 911. Dialed 911. The police said that we were on their way. So I just sat there, not moving. And all of a sudden I hear a door open. I figured it was him. So I had to hide under the bed and stay low. And then I sat there not breathing. And then the bedroom door opened and it was his footsteps. And I saw his black sock feet walking around trying to find me. Thought I was gonna die. And then I heard the sirens of the police. That guy mumbled under his breath, "Oh shit. Oh shit." So he ran out of my room and I crawled out of my bed. Then I hear someone shouting, "Freeze," and they finally caught him. 10 minutes later, I told the police about everything, what he was doing. And here's what they told me. They told me that he was a serial hacker who knows addresses and even unblocks himself whenever he gets blocked on DeviantArt. I do not want to see him again, but I won't forget what happened the day that I thought I was going to die. And that still shakes me today. On June 27th, 2009, I was a fetish artist that I do really good at tickling and bondage. Don't mind me. But I just had one bad experience with a user, Bexticharlie. I don't even pronounce that username right. He asked me if he could have a request, but I said no because I put the stamp, "I don't do requests." So he did not reply. 2 weeks later, he asked again. Another week later, he asked again. And even three weeks later, he asked again. I blocked his ass for that. I do not want him bothering me. And then all of a sudden, he was drawing my characters, my OCs, without permission. And I got furiously upset. And I want him reported immediately. So he asked me for his phone number, but I refused. Like, are you kidding me? I don't give out information to strangers I don't know. Well, I wanted him to stop, so I asked my friends to report him, and so I did. They all did, and he got deactivated and left. We say hooray for that. And one night, which gives me a heart in my stomach, 12 p.m. I was getting ready for bed until I heard a bump on the door. I checked the door. There's nobody there. And then, well, all of a sudden I saw a shadowy figure by the window. It's kind of like a human. Which brings a heart in my throat. My heart was beating faster. I don't want him spotting me, or whoever it was. What I saw was he was in his late 30s, and well, I didn't see what his face looked like clearly. Well, I had to go back to my room. I picked up my cell phone and called the police, and they'll be on their way pretty soon. It was not until I heard something crashing. There was a window crash, and he must have broke in. I had to pick up my pocket knife, and then I shouted behind the door, "The police are on the way!" I shouted. And while he tries to burst open the door, and I try to push back with my force. Well, he was shouting to me, "I demand requests, or I'll fucking kill you." Well, I thought I was gonna die until I heard sirens. And while he was not there anymore, and when I opened the door, he was gone, and he escaped through the smashed window. I heard the police shouting freeze, but they did not catch him. They told me that he was a hacker, and also who can go and find people who refuses to give him requests and slaughter them. My bones were shaking. My stomach was sick, but I feel safe. Well, on the news a week later, the guy was caught and he was arrested for murdering. So I understand why one friend of mine on DA was murdered. And well, that was the big experience I ever had. You never get a request, even if they say no, especially one. Well, I guess that was it, everybody. I hope you like my DeviantART horror storytelling. I hope you're not scared. Maybe you are. It's what happens when you talk to people that you don't know, and if they didn't watch you, of course. Well, like people who wanted requests, I learned if they say no, you just let it go. You can't ask multiple times, or it gets worse. Or better yet, if you bother some people a lot, it'll make things worse. Well, happy hunting, everybody. I mean, hope you enjoy this horror story, and I'll see you all next.
London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady.
Hey now, you're a rock star.